Welcome to the GetCurrent podcast, the place where we bring you the key highlights from last month's GetCurrent session. If you want to stay ahead in the technology, in security and innovation, or simply catch up on what you missed, you're in the right place. Let's dive into the insights and trends that matter most. So, welcome, Peter.
Welcome.
My name is Frans and together we are, what I was already saying, bringing you the highlights of last month's GetCurrent session. We delivered that today. So we're giving a sneak peek of the most important highlights that we have faced, Peter.
Yeah, so I think if we recap quickly, we have 14 Entra updates, 12 Intune updates, 2 Windows updates, 4 Windows 365 updates, and 11 Defender updates. And then on Intune, we didn't include the monthly release of October because it hasn't shipped yet. So unfortunately, we couldn't talk about that. But yeah, that will be next month, hopefully.
Hopefully, let's see what that brings. What we normally do within the GetCurrent sessions is that we start with Entra, and I think within Entra, one of the most important updates, in my opinion, that we have faced there was the source of authority that will be you now have the ability to change the source of authority from a synced user to cloud native user. So with that, you have the opportunity to manage from an admin side point of view, to manage the user not in a hybrid situation on-prem but fully cloud. And I think this is a huge update. It's in public preview from October onwards. So now you can test with that kind of configuration. So I think this is one that really helps, isn't it? How do you see
that? That's a really big one. What you said, it's I think one of the things which was lacking in the cloud native story. Of course, hybrid identities, we have seen them for already a long time, and I think we will see them also for a very long time, because not every company is able to consume the identities from the cloud. But for a lot of other companies which may be smaller or are really far in the process to go cloud native and don't have any on-premises resources anymore, this is a huge step, nice feature to move the source of authority to Entra ID and then dismantle on-premises Active Directory.
Yeah, absolutely. Another update. We are doing updates within Entra, Entra P1, P2, but we have also Entra Suite, and within Entra Suite we have different products like identity governance with global secure access. And especially around global secure access, as Microsoft has updated in October, the ability, and that's also public preview, the ability to create custom block pages. If you are using Entra Internet Access, where you block websites with a specific category or blocking specific URLs or IP addresses, you now have the ability to create a custom block page, and with the custom block page to inform your users on what's happening. You can use a limited version of Markdown, but also HTML, so hyperlinks and that kind of stuff can be added now. So links to your terms of use, for example, can be added into that custom block pages. What I said, public preview, specific for global secure access. What's an add-on part of Entra Suite? That's one of the other highlights within Entra, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
And Yeah, there are a lot more, but now we have a few minutes to take some pieces. So, Peter, what's within Intune? What
So,
was for you the most important one?
yeah, so this podcast is purely cherry picking, so to say.
Absolutely.
No, yeah, one of the yeah, call it highlights. It's the Windows 10 support, which was ended 1 week ago, right? So after 10 years, and during our session, I was calling it out 15 years, but it was only 10 years old, and that's quite a long age for an operating system. But yeah, finally, Windows 10, end of an era. Support has been ended. Also with Intune. Of course, there's still extended support which you can buy if you have devices which are really not capable of yeah, moving towards Windows 11 because of app compatibilities, or maybe it's attached to some kind of machine or device which doesn't allow you to in place upgrade, or basically not go cloud native. Then you still have a few years left for extended support. You need to buy such a license, or it is included if you have, for instance, Windows 365. um, but yeah, that's at least one thing that was that we needed to mention, because of course, if you have this in your day-to-day operations, you need to make sure that your Windows 10 has been upgraded.
Yeah, and maybe in addition to the end of a Windows 10 era, so Windows 10 is still on a lot of places. It's there.
Yeah.
Within Defender, we had the update that Defender will still support Windows 10. So even if it's out of support, or you're using extended support, Windows Defender or Microsoft Defender within Defender XDR is still supported on that kind of legacy operating system. So that was also within the Defender part, one of the
Yeah.
updates. Do you have
Yeah,
another one?
another Intune update was around Win32 apps. Basically, both Win32 apps and the Enterprise App Catalog apps, which are part of Intune Suite. They are rolling now a feature out that is capable of running pre and post scripts. So if you want to tune your app install even further, a lot of customers are using the app deployment toolkit of the PowerShell deployment toolkit, which is also a great addition in while update of managing your apps, because you can do a lot of customizations already, but now it is also natively supported to run a script before installing and to run a script after installing an application via the Win32 apps in Intune.
Nice. And if we continue within Windows, I think we saw the 25H2 release.
Yeah, 25H2 was released, I think, a couple of weeks ago already, in September. And yeah, it adds a lot of new Copilot Plus features, like Click to Do, AI actions in the File Explorer, and agent settings in also the Copilot Plus PCs. I still need to start using them. But I think in the general way, 25H2 also adds the capability of using an Intune settings catalog policy to remove your pre-installed Microsoft Store apps, which always reside on your enterprise installation. For instance, all those games and so on and so forth, you want to maybe remove them. And that's now, and normally you've done that via either a task sequencing config manager or OSD Cloud, or any other remediation script in Intune. But now you can simply use a settings catalog policy.
And I
And
saw
also, yeah,
and
sorry.
I saw in the community different colleagues that are active in the community, like Rudy Ohms. I think I saw some others as well. They are mentioning that in LinkedIn post and in blog post. So it's a highly requested feature from everyone.
Of course, it would be even better that the apps are not there on an enterprise version, but this is step one. Maybe step two will follow someday. And of course, there's now also Wi-Fi 7 support for enterprise connectivity, which is also great.
Yeah.
And then
Windows 365.
One Windows 365, and we had I think 4 updates around Windows 365. That is also moving quickly. You see a lot of features being added every month, and now in preview is the Windows 365 Cloud apps. And with Windows 365 Cloud apps, you are able to basically publish one app towards your users, which the users can use the Windows app on any device to access that published app. And then instead of accessing a complete desktop, they are just starting the app on a shared cloud PC, which is a little bit similar as the remote apps which we have seen on AVD. I think a really good addition if you want to standardize on the more modern Windows 365 cloud PC infrastructure, and you just only want to publish one app instead of the complete desktop. Really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I was involved in one of the early calls that we had, and I think this is a feature that is, if you move from AVD or RDS into a more modern version with Windows 365, this is one of the features that's most requested in the last year by many of my customers.
Exactly.
That we have seen. Yeah.
So a lot of Defender updates, right?
On Defender, and especially Defender for Office, Microsoft is doing a really, really great job in improving all the stuff that's happening there. One is the email preview experience in quarantine, not only for admins but also for users. Within the quarantine, you have now the ability, and that's is an update that has been released in October, so beginning of October. And now you have the ability in quarantine to view to get a preview of the message that will be sent to you. So you will see the message similar when it's delivered in your Outlook inbox, so to say. So with that, it's way better for an end user to decide if it's good or not good, and it needs to stay in quarantine, for example. So hopefully from the user awareness stuff, this helps. With the detections and also releasing unnecessary email is hopefully done with that. And I was looking for another one to mention, and that is within Defender XDR. It's also a bit related to Defender for Office. I think you have seen that as well in the alerts in Defender XDR. If you have a lot of spam and malware coming into email, then the automatic investigation shows messages of low priority of detected messages in your environment, and or users that have reported email as malware or phished or not malware. They are stuck in the alert queue, and that can harm the view for real incidents. And what Microsoft now does from somewhere mid-October until the end of October, they are delivering built-in rules into into Defender XDR. They call that alert tuning rules, and they are there to optimize the incident and the alert queue. So
cool.
the low priority ones are closed automatically if the automatic investigation and response is finished. Nowadays it isn't, and with that, with the new what, and I think they will be active on October. By the end of October 30, and then the functionality goes live. If you want to opt out upfront, you have the ability to do so. But with that, I think for most of our companies, SMB, and they don't look at the low priority ones. It's a lot of work, and now they will be automatically closed.
And this is available for all licenses? Or is this
it's part of Defender, so you need a Defender license.
Okay, yeah.
It's Defender XDR, so it's basically the security add-ons on top of Business Premium, on top of E3. It's part of E5. Yeah, and also what is it? The education licenses. It's also part of. But it's not all licenses, but if Defender is there, then you're good to go.
Cool.
And yeah, with that, we have 50 minutes, 60 minutes already. So I think these are the highlights of the October GetCurrent session. If you want to know more, you can subscribe on getcurrent.cloud. You can subscribe to our subscription. If you are doing so and you are paying that for a year, you get 1 month free. But you can request a trial, so you can attend once upfront before you're deciding to go with us. So have a look on getcurrent.cloud, and hopefully we see each other next month in our GetCurrent session. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. And I say, till next time.
Till next time.